Hi everyone. I want to talk about property investment. This is originally being recorded for my wealth masterclass group. I'm going to put it out for other people to listen to as well. So if you are listening to this and you want to find out more about joining a wealth masterclass, I'm going to be putting together the next batch of people who will go on the wealth masterclass. So back to our topic, property investment. I'm sure you've heard about investments generally, and you know that I've heard about property investment. Property is known to be one of the asset classes when you're talking about investment. And over the years, it's known to hold its own. That is, it does not lose value. Like some people would like to say, property is bricks and mortar. So you're talking about a physical asset, whereas, with some other assets, they are not really physical assets. They may be what you would term as paper assets. Doesn't make them less of an asset, but property are physical asset. At this junction, let me say the information in this video is not meant to be advice, financial advice under any jurisdiction. This is just for educational purposes. Whatever you decide to do as far as your personal finance is concerned, or as far as investment is concerned, you need to do your due diligence. You need to speak to a financial advisor, a competent person within your own jurisdiction for advice, because at the end of the day, each person's situation is different, and your own circumstances are going to determine the solutions that you would rely on. So having said that, property investment can be one of the things that you want to build into your portfolio, into your asset portfolio. It entails using property as an investment vehicle. So how can you do this? Now, one of the most common ones is the buy to let property. So you buy a property with a mortgage on it and you let it out, and you have paying tenants that are paying you. The idea is that whatever rent you're getting from that property exceeds the mortgage that you're paying. So you have an income from it, a rental income. Now, it has to be, you also have to take into consideration that as a landlord, you're responsible for maintenance and for certain things in the property. So you must have enough that would enable you to maintain the property as well as be able to make a profit from it. So that's your traditional buy to let. In this day and age now, we talk about rent to rent. That is, you don't actually own the property, but somebody leases it out to you, and then you can rent it maybe as an HMO, houses of multiple occupation, in which you have divided them into rooms or living spaces, and therefore you are able to make more of an income than what you're paying to the lease owner. That's rent to rent. Now, you can also have investments in property companies. That's another way to get into property. So, mutual funds that are backed by real estate, or as they will call them, REITs, real estate investment trusts. So that's another way to get into the property market. But whichever way you do intend to get into it, you need to do your own research, you need to do your own due diligence, and you need to ensure that the risk that you're taking, you have the appetite to sustain those risks. Another one that I would like to talk about, which has become popular in recent times, is the Airbnb model, where you're just letting out a spare room in your property, or perhaps you have a garage that is not being used and you let it out for a fee, and you are therefore getting some income on that. Or you have a driveway that people can use. Say you live in a city such as London, and your driveway, people can park on it maybe during the day and avoid parking charges and stuff like that, and you can let that out. So there are ways in which whatever asset that you own or you have control over, You can actually let it out in order to get an income. There are various aspects of property that we need to familiarize ourselves with. You know, you need to have tradesmen who can help. So plumbing work, electricity, things like that. You need to maybe a builder, you need to do some repair work and things like that. You need a mortgage advisor, somebody who can give you preferably one who deals with whole of market and can give you good rates in terms of mortgage products. You need a solicitor, conveyancer to do all of the legal paperwork that the property requires. So there are so many people that are involved. So if you really do want to do this as an investment to build your portfolio, you need to be looking at who's going to be on my team. Not necessarily that they're on your payroll, but who can I call upon when I need something to be done? You need to have the name and phone numbers of these people that you can always pick up the phone to and say the property needs doing this, and they can get it done for you. So like a retainership, if you like. So these are some of the considerations that you need to go into. Now, on the financial side of things, you'll probably need a deposit to pay for a mortgage. And even if you're doing rent to rent, you probably need a deposit to lease the property first of all, before you are then able to put it on the open market for renters or for tourists or for, short-term let or whatever the option that you are going for. So you need to be thinking, how much do I have to invest in this venture? How much do I need to invest in this venture? If there is a shortfall, where do I get that shortfall from? How do I finance this? And treat it as a business. Don't treat it as though you don't necessarily have to buy all the most expensive things and put it in a property that you're letting out. Treat it as a business. So be calculative. Take a record of all of your costs and take record of where the income is coming from and see that the numbers actually do work before you commit yourself. So these are just a few tips in terms of property investment. If you want to find out more, please contact me. Details will be below this video. Send me your comments, send me your questions. If you want to be part of my Wealth Masterclass, please get in touch and we'll add you onto that list. And look forward to my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.